Hey everyone, I'm here to do a full face of Revlon products. I've been purchasing quite a bit of products from Revlon for the last week or so because CVS gave me a whole bunch of coupons for Revlon with really big extra bucks, so I took advantage. So I figured it would be the perfect time to do a full face of Revlon products, and some of these are going to be a first impressions because they're super brand new to me, and then some of them are part of my collection already, so I'll basically just talk along the way to see which ones I've already tried and which ones are pretty much brand new. So for this video, I think the only Revlon product that I don't have is a liquid liner. I have a review, I will link it on the card area, of their Revlon skinny liner, and I still am not a fan of that one, and I stand by my review. I know some people in the comments of that video totally disagree and they love that liner, so everyone's different. But anyways, to begin my face, I'm going to take this Revlon Prime Plus. I've actually had this for a while. I've included this in a favorites video, and it's actually really nice. If you're really oily, it has a really nice consistency. I wouldn't say it's silicone-y or anything like that, but it's a creamy product that basically kind of just cancels out pores. I just apply it just on my nose area and the area here on my cheek, and then my chin where I tend to have bigger pores and I get super duper oily. So, and then for the foundation I'm gonna use today, I'm gonna apply it on one side of my face so you can see the difference as far as coverage wise, you know. So I have the Revlon Candid foundations. I have the Candid Glow, which I actually have not even tried, and then this one is the Revlon regular Candid foundation. I have this one in Macadamia, which is, I think, might be just a tad light for me right now since I've gotten quite a bit of sun. The shade for this one right here is in Caramel, which is, I think, mixed together, I think they would be a perfect shade match. So that's what I'm gonna do for my base today. So as far as the difference between the two, I think the Candid Glow is not meant to be a super glowy foundation, but it's supposed to be more hydrating than the original Candid, because this one has prickly pear oil, and it's supposed to block blue light. This is the foundation mixed together. I'm just gonna apply it on one side of my face so you can see the coverage of the foundations together. I know the Candid Glow, I'm not really sure how well that was received when it came out. I haven't really been paying attention. I'm pretty late to the party with all these Revlon products, so I'm excited to play with these today. The last complexion product I was super excited about back in the day was the Revlon Naked line, which I'm so sad that they don't have anymore, because I really loved Urban Decay's Naked foundation, and that was kind of the drugstore's take on the Naked line for Urban Decay, so I was really excited about that collection. And I'm sad, the Naked powder is probably one of the best powders that they ever made. But so this is one side, and then this is without it. So let me zoom in a little bit so you can see better. So this is without it. So the coverage is pretty decent, and the two colors mixed in together with these two products seems to provide decent coverage. I would say it's a medium, and I think it's pretty much buildable. So, and I'm just gonna finish the other side of my face. Okay, so I pretty much I did half a pump of the Candid Glow and then a pump of the Candid, and I pretty much used everything, and I am pretty happy with that coverage. I don't think I'm gonna need another one. It's really hot out there, so I'm not gonna pile on any more product on my face. So for concealer today, I have the Revlon Candid antioxidant concealers. I have this shade in medium. Medium was the first one I bought, but then it wasn't brightening enough, so I picked up light medium. Again, I have no complaint with the Candid line when it comes to complexion. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite, but it's a nice option from the drugstore because I think they provide decent coverage. They last pretty well on oily skin, and overall, there's no complaint on my end. Okay, this might be too light now that I've got quite a bit of sun, so I'm gonna mix a little bit of the medium because now that I'm a bit darker, the light medium is too light. That's way too much concealer. I don't really apply that much concealer, but for the most part, I put way too much. I'm just wiping it off on a tissue and then blending it with this Real Techniques Brulite. So this is my face with the foundation and the concealer. I like the coverage and I think it looks really nice. I thought I had a Revlon powder. I really thought I had a Candid powder. For some reason I don't. So I'm just gonna apply another drugstore powder to set everything because I don't have one. So this is just the Catrice Prime and Fine powder just to set everything before I apply anything else on top. And I'm really oily, so this step is very necessary. So for my contour today, I'm going to use this Revlon Flesh. I never knew these existed. I actually found this at the Dollar Tree. So I have two shades. I have Nutmeg and Cinnamon, but I'm gonna use Nutmeg because this is the cooler tone of the two. So I'm just gonna apply this slightly. I know you're not supposed to mix powder and cream product, and this product blends super nicely. And I never knew it existed. To set the contour shade, I have this Skin Lights. I am so late to the party. I think these came out sometime last year, but I never picked it up because it's expensive and I have a lot of bronzers, but it was a perfect time because I pretty much got these for like less than $2. There's two shades available for this one. This one I got a Sunkissed Beam. I think the other one has a little bit more sheen, and Sunkissed Beam, this one right here, has no shimmer. So that's what I'm gonna apply just lightly over that contour shade that I put in. Okay, this is very subtle. I don't really see it much. And I'm glad I had this cream contour shade before the bronzer, because if I did this on its own, I don't think I would see it too much on my skin tone because it pretty much just blends right in. So for my blush today, I have this one. It's called the Insta Blush, and I have this one in a shade Nude. It is a very interesting nude shade, and when I swatched this the other day, it looked just like a bruise on my hand, so we'll see how it translates on the face. But this had really solid reviews on the CVS website, so I'm just gonna apply that. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty shade. It doesn't seem bruised like I was worried about it, but just very subtle. So for this one, I'm just doing this instead of applying it directly on the skin. And to apply this, I just have the e.l.f. small stipple brush. Can you see this? I'm already starting to sweat. So for highlight today, I'm using the Revlon Skin Lights. This one is in Daybreak Glimmer. There's, I think, 3 shades for this one, and I picked this one up because it's supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Reezy highlight. So I was like, why not? Let's try that one. It's so pretty. I love that print, and it's really pretty on too, on the skin. So for my eyebrows today, I'm using this Revlon Color Stay Brow Lights Pomade Pencil. And it seems really gimmicky because it has the little highlight at the end. So I was like, I'm not sure. I didn't read any of the reviews, but I was just really curious about it, so I wanted to try it out. And I like this one because it has the little... I love this brush for the eyebrows instead of a spoolie because I feel like it's a lot more gentle on the eyebrows, but I'm not really sure about this brow pomade situation. It's pretty darn thick. So let's see how this performs on the eyebrows. There's a highlight shade and then the color shade, and it's pretty darn thick. Like, that's not like a usual eyebrow pencil, so we shall see how this goes. Okay, so the highlight shade of this is definitely gimmicky, so I don't even know how to position this on my eyebrows, but here goes nothing. I think I'm just gonna use just the pomade part. Oh, so basically gives like the pomade part, like it turns it like goldy. Okay, I need to blend it out, but... So this product is definitely just gimmicky. I would say skip this product, but I like the little brush applicator, but the highlight part doesn't really... Okay, I don't know. It's a really weird shape. It's a really thick pencil, so it's hard to, you know, get precise with your eyebrows. So my eyebrows are kind of a mess, but I'm gonna clean that up with some concealer in just a sec. But the gold part of this highlight doesn't really do anything. Okay, so to clean up my brows, I'm just going to take this because literally it's everywhere. Because I wanted to try a lot of Revlon eyebrow products because I have the Revlon eyebrow tint and then the Revlon Color Stay brow filler. So since my eyebrows look pretty darn dark but like uneven, it looks really bad. But I'm just gonna try to salvage this with the spoolie. Okay, so I'm gonna try to use the brow tint and see how this looks layered on the top. I'm literally just trying these products out because I'm a curious bee. So this is what that product looks like. And comparing it to kind of like this type of products, this applicator is pretty stiff. It's more like a felt tip liner compared to like the Urban Decay one, which is very, very gentle, so you can get really hair-like strokes. This one is not. So this is gonna look like I'm putting lighter on my eyebrows. So we'll see. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure how it looks, but it looks like it's okay. I'll just blend it in a little bit. I know Revlon has just a plain eyebrow pencil with a spoolie on one end. I think I would recommend that compared to these ones that I got because it's just making my life harder. But I wanted to experiment with all this makeup. Okay, to set my eyebrows, I'm just gonna use the brow filler. It's supposed to last up to 2 days, and this brush is so interesting. So it has a little regular spoolie on the top and then like a regular comb on the bottom, which is just really interesting. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to go about this, but we'll just do this. Okay, I like this. The formula is dry, so you won't get it everywhere. And it seems to work okay. My eyes, I'm just gonna use a primer that I own because I don't have a Revlon eye primer. Also, my right eye has been super twitchy and I don't know why. I might need to go see the eye doctor, but I know last time I went for my twitchy eye, they just told me that it was fatigue because my eye was fine, but that was like 3 years ago. So for eyeshadows, I picked up these 3, but I'm feeling like I'm leaning towards this one, which one is called Tantrum. So it has the rose golds, and this is part of their So Fierce line. I'll insert some swatches with these ones as well. So I have this blue one is called Clapback. And then the green one is called Fully Loaded. It's really nice. And then again, I'm gonna use this one right here, which is Tantrum. So for a base for my lids, I want a shimmery base. I picked up this cream eyeshadow. This one is in Praline. And I really like this packaging because it has the little brush on the little top right here that you pull out. And actually, I'm gonna use that today to apply it just on my lid. And this is the shade. It's called Praline, so it's like a cool toned, kind of beigey, rosy color. I'm just gonna take this coral shade. I'm gonna apply that on the inner corner. My fingers. I feel like anytime your brush doesn't feel like it's picking up the color, your finger is always a solution, so you can see the difference. Like this is much more intense. This one barely has any color. And then I'm just gonna take the bronzy shade, apply with the brush first, and then I'm gonna apply it on the outer half. Now I'm just going to take a smaller crease brush and apply just a little bit of that bronze shade and just blend it all in the crease. So to finish this eye look, I'm just going to apply liner. And this one isn't Revlon, this is the Essence one, because I don't really like the Revlon liquid liners because I don't like the felt tip applicators and their skinny liquid liner. I'm not fond of. To finish off my eye look, I have two mascaras right here that I picked up from Revlon. This one is their newest one. It's the Big Bad Lash one that has pretty good reviews, but I've had this one for a while and I've been meaning to try it, but it's their Volume Amazing mascara. And from the drugstore, I haven't really kind of fallen in love with a Revlon mascara throughout the years. It's always been CoverGirl or Maybelline. That's my go-to when it comes to the drugstore, but not Revlon. So I really like their little tube though. Super cute and bright. So this one just has a traditional brush mascara. Okay, so far so good with this mascara. The formula's like a nice medium. It's not too wet and it's not too dry, which I really appreciate. So far so good. I think the mascara performed really well. I'm just gonna let it dry for a little bit and then I'll apply a second coat to see how it layers. So to finish off my look for my lips today, if you guys have followed me for a while, you guys know I freaking love these. These are the Revlon Colorstay Satin Ink Lip Color. So I have 6 shades of this already and my mission is to like collect pretty much all the colors of this one because I love them so much. I'm gonna pick a neutral one from this bunch because that's what I'm feeling like today. And the most neutral one I have is called Eyes on You. But I actually just bought Your Majesty, which is kind of like a mauve. So we'll see how this looks. I might just layer on top of it if I don't like the color for the beginning. So this is more like a carnation color. So this is definitely a too pink for what I'm going for today. So I'm just gonna layer Eyes on You on top of it, which is the lightest one that I own for this guy, and very neutral. So it's gonna neutralize that color. What I love about these lip colors is that it has a really nice finish, like initially, and then once it fades out today, it leaves a little bit of stain on your lips, and it has probably like the best like staying power out there. It's so good. So this is the completed look. Let me just take down my hair and then I'll be back. So that pretty much concludes this Revlon almost full face video. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with me today and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!